Hola, mis amigos. Or should I say, homigos? Shout out to my fit homies out in Mexico. We are at week 2 of bar muscle ups. And not only am I an athlete and a coach, but I also am a fortune teller. I can predict your future, and that a lot of you guys are gonna get stuck on week 2 of bar muscle up. And this is not because what we're gonna go over is extremely complicated, but a lot of us out there might find that you're just weak through your lats. And a lot of gymnastics up on the pull-up bars and being able to control your kipping swings and over time making them more powerful is controlled by this big muscle group right here, your lats. So we're gonna go over the next piece of bar muscle ups. You're gonna work on your technique, and then over time, you should start feeling stronger, more powerful with what we're gonna do in week 2. Back to the basics of gymnastics. Let's start way back in the beginning, in the dawn of time of gymnastics. We always explain to our very beginner athletes, our fundamentals athletes, that gymnastics is core to extremity work. And what does that mean? This is your core. These are your extremities. And this needs to be strong and have to know how to control it to control all of this. When we hop up on these pull-up bars and we're training kipping gymnastics, all you're doing is a sequence of hollows and arches. You go from hollow to arch, from arch, back to hollow, and that's all it is, because that's what makes a kipping swing. We use it in toes to bar, kipping pull-ups, kipping chest to bars, and then bar muscle ups. All it is a big, gigantic kipping swings. You jump into hollow, you sweep into arch. That was week 1. And now what do? We get back into hollow. Week 2 of bar muscle ups is hollow, arch, hollow. First things first, let me show you guys what week 2 looks like. Jump into hollow, I'll stretch into my arch, and then I'm gonna come back into a nice tight hollow body position. One more time. Notice this big jump into hollow, and you can actually probably hear me hit the bar because I have tension through my body. So a couple of things about that is, one, if I start in hollow, I'm naturally gonna wanna get into arch, and if I hit my arch really well, I'm naturally gonna wanna get back into hollow. There has to be tension through your body though to make it feel nice and smooth. I notice a lot of people try to jump at the bar for their first bar muscle up, and they might start in a hollow body position, but what we talked about on week 1 is you should actually feel like you're hitting the bar and you feel tension. From there, you need to maintain it. That means stretch your body super, super long. From my toes up to my hands up on that pull-up bar should be stretched, a long stretched out rubber band. And then when I get through that big arch where we finished week 1, my body should naturally sweep back into that hollow body position. And when we get into that hollow body position, this is where we're gonna work super hard. Work on pushing down on the bar with straight arms, engaging those lats, and then maintaining my tight hollow body position. And that's the part where a lot of us are gonna have to spend a lot of time and just do reps on reps on reps to start strengthening those lats. So I'm gonna do one more rep, and I want you to focus on one specific spot. Watch what my elbows are doing. What'd you guys see? They were locked out the whole entire time, and that's where people get a little bit ahead of themselves when they're trying to just fling themselves up on the pull-up bar, is they're like trying to chicken wing, do all this crazy stuff where you're bending your arms, you're changing what muscle groups you're gonna use. When you do that, you neglect the muscles that you actually need to develop. So if you're one of those folks that has this type of bar muscle up, you know who you are. Make sure you're going back to these steps. After that big stretch in the arch, that hollow position is a hollow lat push down. If you've been on my channel for a while, there is a video called Hollow Lat Push Down. But you're not up on the pull-up bar, you're actually on the ground pushing down a movable bar with a PVC in a band. So I'm gonna link that, boop, right here. You guys should be working in those reps of hollow lat push downs on the floor in between some reps of jump into hollow, sweep into arch, back into hollow. This is not only for my folks that are learning bar muscle ups, these are for my folks that are fixing that nasty little chicken wing. As much as we want to get up on that pull-up bar, chicken wings are not only they're inefficient, guys, but they can also really mess up your shoulders. So take your time, go back to some of these drills and this strength training so you guys can get rid of those chicken wings and keep those shoulders safe, and then overall get some really, really awesome looking bar muscle ups. So for your work for week 2, I suggest doing 2 reps of jumping a hollow, sweeping an arch, back into that hollow lat push down, and then in between those 2 reps, you're gonna go down to the floor and do a set of 10 banded lat push downs. So we're getting some strength work, we're getting some skill work, putting in the reps. Guys, we need to get strong on week 2, because I can tell you this, week 3, 4, and 5, you guys are just gonna be getting my little chicken nuggets of wisdom. Keep studying the beginning of your skill, because it needs to start off right, and then get ready for all the chicken nuggets of wisdom. We will get those bar muscle ups very, very fast. I will see you guys later on. Peace.